Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about the dative case of nouns. We have already seen four other cases, the nominative, vocative, accusative, and genitive. And I would like to remind you that the cases are essentially different spellings of a noun according to the role that that noun has in a sentence. So we've seen that when the noun is a subject of a sentence, we use the nominative case ending, which is a. When we address a noun, that means a person, we use the vocative case ending, which is again an a. When the noun is an object, we use the accusative, which is am. And when we want to show possession, when we want to show the possessor, to be more precise, we use a genitive case ending, which is ae. And this translates of. Same with the plural, nominative, subject ae, vocative ae, accusative as, and genitive arum. There is another case though, which we call the dative case, and we use this when we want to say to or for someone. For example, when I want to say to the girl, I say puelai. Yes, Latin is easier in English in this sense. Instead of using two or rather three words to the girl, I only use one word. But of course, the endings are the tricky bits, but I'm sure we'll get the hang of them very soon. Same with the plural. When I want to say to the girls, I say puelis. Be careful. The dative ending for the plural is is. This translates to the girls or for the girls. Let's do some practice. Translate into Latin using the dative case. To the farmer. The farmer is singular, so I need to use the dative singular ending. So to the farmer would be agricolai. To the slave girl. Slave girl again is singular. It's only one slave girl. So this would be ankilai. To the poets. Poets is plural. It's many poets, so I need to use dative plural. And this would be poetis. For the queen, I need singular again. So this would be reginae, which is the dative singular ending. For the goddess, goddess is singular again. It's only one goddess, so I will write dei, again, the dative singular ending. Now, there is a verb that I need to show you, which is very important. The verb I give in Latin is do. Don't say do, because it's not how it sounds in Latin. This is do. And the verb do conjugates as do, das, dat, damus, datis, dant. And in the imperfect tense, in the past, dabam, dabas, dabat, dabamus, dabatis, dabant. The reason I'm teaching you this verb is because the verb I give is usually followed by an object. I give something, and the word to. I give something to someone. And as we saw in the previous slide, to is the word that we use in the dative case, okay, when we translate it. So I want you to keep in your mind that the verb do is very important when we are using the dative case. Let's do a bit of translation practice. Of course, we always start with finding the verb first. Aquam regina agricolis dabat. Dabat is a verb, which means he or she was given. Now, I need to look for a subject. Do I have a subject in this sentence? When we say subject, we mean that we're looking for a word ending in a or maybe ae. But because this verb is singular, but it's he or she, I need a singular subject, so a. And yes, I do have it, Regina. That's my subject. So the queen was giving What was she giving? I need an object, and the object ends in am or as if it's many. I have am. That's perfectly fine. The queen was giving aquam, means water. And then what about agricolis? It ends in is, so it can only be dative plural. To the farmers. I said to because it makes better sense to say she was giving water to the farmers rather than for the farmers. In this exercise, 315, you need to find the verb, subject, object, recognize the other cases, and then translate into English. And I remind you, you always need to follow these steps. Don't rush into translating first. So I'm going to do number 1 and 2 with you, and then you will do on your own number 3, 4, 5, and then please move on to the next slide because there's another 3 or 4 sentences for you to do. So number 1, nauta aquam feminae non dabat. The verb is non dabat, which means he or she was not giving. I need to look for a subject. My subject, because this is bat and it's he, has to be singular because it's only one person, he. So I will be looking for a nominative singular ending in a to see if I have a subject, and I do. Yes, that's it. So that's my subject. So the sailor, nauta, non dabat, was not giving. Now I need an object. My object needs to end in either am or as, and I do have aquam. And that's my object. The sailor was not giving aquam, water. And what about feminae? What is this? Well, I think it makes sense to assume that this is dative singular to. The sailor was not giving water, feminae means to the woman. Because woman is in the dative case, okay, because it ends in AE. Number 2, poeta incolis non cantabat. I'll change my pen color. Non cantabat is my verb. It ends in bat again, so I expect that the subject is he, or maybe she. So I look for a singular subject in this sentence. Do I have any? Yes, I have poeta. It ends in a, so it's nominative singular. So I can start my sentence. The poet, non cantabat, was not singing. And then I have incolis. It ends in is, so it can only be dative plural. To the inhabitants or for the inhabitants. In this case, I think it makes more sense to say for. The poet was not singing for the inhabitants. Okay, that's it from me. Now, I hope that you have understood the dative case and how it works, and I will leave you on your own devices to do the rest of this exercise 3.15. Don't forget to turn the page or move on to the next slide because there is another 3 sentences for you to translate. And also, you must start with your verb, subject, and object before you do anything else. Okay? You have to be very methodical. So that's it for me. Good luck, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye bye.